put yourself in a situation like this, this is a great opportunity for us, and you got to take advantage of it. We're going to be in it at the end. There's no team that's going to run away from us.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this latest edition of First Take. No, I am not Molly Kieran Rose. She's having some technical difficulties. She will be with us as soon as she possibly can. I am holding it down for now from an undisclosed location. Ryan Clark is at an undisclosed location. Max Kellerman is at an undisclosed location. We all know why we are working under these conditions. So obviously we're being very, very sensitive in that regard. But we've got a sports show to do, no question about it. And that's what we're going to do. Hopefully we will have Molly with us in a few minutes right now. Again, technical difficulties are being addressed, and hopefully the pro moderator that she will be in attendance with us any second right now. But before we do that, we've got a topic to discuss. It is official. Tom Brady is now officially a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Here is a picture of him signing his new contract after taking his physical in New York City this morning. Tom Brady is officially a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I don't know why producers are talking in my ear while I'm talking like I can hear them, because I can't. So I'm taking over the show, Max Kellerman. Let's go to you. You see that Tom Brady, it's official. He is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
That's right.
Your thoughts about this? It's official.
Well, first of all, I have no doubt that you could just pick up and start doing this. After I saw you yesterday, in the middle of a sentence, pick up your remote, go over the shoulder, change your background, and not miss a beat. So this is unsurprising to me. I thought that was a very slick move yesterday. Look, I'm very impressed by the fact that Brady chose the Bucs. I did not think he would go that route. It made all the sense in the world in terms of the critique of the Patriots last year not having the requisite, as you would say, weapons. Brady needs more weapons. Well, he chose the team with the most weapons, where it looks like the best fit, as opposed to the team in the market that would maybe, at least for shorter-sighted people, better amplify his brand. That would be the Chargers in LA, who also have weapons, by the way. But that would have signaled to me a move that said Brady is thinking about things other than just winning football games. He's thinking about TB12. He's thinking about, his brand generally and how to best broadcast that. Nope, he picked the team that looks on paper, at least, like it gives him the best chance to win. My hat's off to him.
Max, before I let you go on to Ryan Clark, let me ask you this question real quick, Max. How do you think Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will finish in the NFC? Ryan, before you go, I'm going to let Max answer that question first. Go ahead, Max.
I would say, I checked to see, because I said yesterday I could see 10 wins. The over-under, in fact, after Brady is 9 wins. And I'll take the over. I'll take him at 10 wins. But I think 9 or 10 wins is about right. The DVOA had the defensive defense above replacement, defense above average, DVOA. Had him 5th in the league last year, but just eyeball test. It's not a top 5 defense. But the point is, it's a better defense, I think, than people gave it credit for being, particularly in the second half of the season. So, but that said, so they have a defense, they have weapons, now they have Brady. I think Brady has slipped, physically slipped, reaction time and stuff like that, accuracy, to the point where he's no longer elite, he's no longer MVP caliber, but Stephen A., he's a solid starting caliber quarterback with weapons. I'll give him 10 wins.
Ryan, before I chew Max up on that particular point of view, let me hear what you have to say about this, sir. Where do you believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to finish in the NFC once all is said and done with the upcoming regular season?
You know what? Right now, for me, you can't even put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ahead of the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints also have a Hall of Fame quarterback. They have a coach who's had chemistry with that quarterback over a decade and a half, and also a defense that is constantly improving, now getting Malcolm Jenkins and bringing him back into the fold. I want to speak about Tom Brady making this decision to go to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay isn't the luxurious place as far as football destinations go. They don't have all the trophies to speak of other than what John Gruden brought them after taking Tony Dungy's team to the Super Bowl to beat the Oakland Raiders. But what this signifies for me is Tom Brady, who his whole career we've talked about the things that he has given up for the New England Patriots, never being the highest paid quarterback in the league, taking team-friendly deals and making sure the Patriots could build around him. Tom Brady made this choice about him. He made this choice as an individual, as TB12, as just that player. He saw what he looked like without having the weapons, without having people who can go out and make plays for him. So what he did was say, I'm going to go to a place that has the most weapons. I'm going to go to a place that is going to give me the most help. Because if I have slipped, as Max Kellerman has alluded to, and I believe as well, these guys can help me get back to greatness. And that's why he made this decision. That's why it was in L.A., because it is about Tom Brady and his ability to excel at the quarterback position, and Tampa Bay has the pieces for him to do that.
Well, my response to you, Ryan Clark, is going to be watch your tongue. So watch the respect or lack thereof that you speak about the great Tom Brady, because here's the reality of the situation. There's nothing wrong with him going to a place where there are weapons. I've never seen a quarterback in NFL history that was successful throwing the ball to himself. You've got to have weapons. And if you are a six-time champion who's been to 9 Super Bowls, 17 division titles in 18 years, 9 AFC titles, 6 Super Bowl titles, and then your last year in New England, presumably because you couldn't reach a contract accord with the New England Patriots and specifically Bill Belichick, you go out there and you got to work with a rookie in N'Keal Harry and Lacoste. Julian Edelman is not 100% healthy. The Amendolas of the world are gone. Gronkowski had retired. Josh Gordon can't get his act together. Antonio Brown, don't get me started with them. What is wrong with Tom Brady deciding, excuse me, let me remind these brothers, it's not about velocity. It's not about arm strength. It's not about accuracy. It's about the weapons that I didn't have available to me. When I look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm looking at a franchise that says, yo, we can do this. We got all the requisite offensive weapons. In terms of defensive efficiency, we finished 8th last year. I think overall, we've got a team that can compete. I see Tampa Bay making the playoffs. I think they got a shot at winning the NFC South. We shall see what happens. Max, what do you say about that? And be very short, because I am the host until Molly's technical difficulties are resolved, which means I have the authority.
You can't do both, bro. Bro, you cannot do both.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the Stephen A. Smith Show. I'll say this about Tom Brady. Stephen A., his teams had a quarterback they never had to pay. That's the key. Even at his best, he took discounts to put more around him. Well, think about this. He slipped from his best, so he needs even more around him at the same time where the financial resources have shrunk because he's getting more money. And he's doing this away from Bill Belichick. I think the projections for Brady at more than 10 wins are rosy.
Max, I have a question. You talk about Brady taking less money, right? So they could put weapons around him. Other than Rob Gronkowski and a couple of years with Randy Moss, I feel like they didn't necessarily put those household names around Tom Brady to allow him to be the great quarterback that he was. Now, we watched him excel and be exceedingly great when he had Randy Moss. And even with Rob Gronkowski, we watched him win 2 MVPs. So my question would be for you is, has his game slipped so much that he couldn't even do it with the pieces that New England could give him if he had one guy, that he needed an Evans, he needed a Godwin, he needed a Howard, he needed a Jones in the backfield in order to even compete at the level that he would like to?
Yeah. Well, I would say this. They won 12 games. They won 12 games, and it was not with spectacular Brady. They won 12 games because year in and year out, you might beat them in 1, but you're not. Offense, defense, special teams, you're only going to get 1. You ain't getting the Patriots with 2. Because they have Bill Belichick as the GM. He picks the pieces. And as the coach, he puts them in positions to win. So, yeah, when Belichick sees, okay, my quarterback's not all world, we're going to transition to run game and defense, of course Brady's going to have less to work with.
Okay. Well, first of all, Max, a couple of things. Just want to let you go before we move on to our next subject. Let me remind you, Max Kellerman, you will keep your answers shorter today. Ryan Clark, you asked for permission to ask Max Kellerman a question. You come through me until these technical difficulties with Molly are resolved.
I was trying to help the host.
Show today, y'all. Get over it. Deal with it.
We need some checks and balances.